A once-in-a-decade bomb cyclone will dump up to 20 inches of rain on California, Michael Snyder reports. The bomb cyclone that's about to hit California is going to be even worse than the experts originally thought. It's being projected that this rapidly intensifying bomb cyclone will stall near the west coast, and that means that some areas of California, Oregon, and Washington could get pounded by very high winds and relentless rain for days. In fact, the Washington Post is reporting that some areas of California could actually get 20 inches of rain. That much rainfall in such a short period of time would likely cause extremely destructive flooding. In the mountains, there will be blizzard conditions in some areas, and the amount of snowfall will be measured in feet. This is truly an extremely rare storm. Yesterday, I explained that experts were warning that the central pressure of the storm would fall so fast that it would double the criteria for a bomb cyclone. But now we're being told that this storm could actually become a triple bomb. The following comes from CNN article entitled, "A once-in-a-decade bomb cyclone is taking shape off the west coast." A powerful bomb cyclone will combine with an atmospheric river to unleash over a month's worth of rain, hurricane-force wind gusts, and feet of mountain snow to parts of the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. A storm system off the Pacific Northwest is expected to rapidly intensify on Tuesday in a phenomenon called as bombogenesis and earn it the moniker of bomb cyclone. It will intensify so quickly that it could become a triple bomb, tripling the criteria needed to be considered a bomb cyclone, the National Weather Service in San Francisco said. "I have never heard of a triple bomb storm before. Our weather is getting so crazy that they are actually having to invent new terms to describe it. According to one climate scientist, it appears that this storm will be one of the strongest low-pressure systems on record in the region." The cyclone's rate of intensification means it could be one of the strongest low-pressure systems on record in the region. Daniel Swain, a climate scientist at the Institute of the Environment and Sustainability at the University of California, Los Angeles, wrote on the social platform X, "This very strong low will generate hurricane-force sustained winds well offshore, generating waves up to 60 feet in height," he added. "That's unbelievable." Of course, the sheer intensity of this storm is just part of the story. The bomb cyclone will be funneling moisture from a Category 5 atmospheric river to the west coast, and it's expected to stall along the coast and hammer the area with hazardous conditions through the week and into the weekend. This bomb cyclone will work with an atmospheric river, a long plume of water vapor moving like a river through the atmosphere, to wring out heavy rainfall and significant mountain snowfall in the Pacific Northwest and Northern California beginning Tuesday. The pair will stall along the coast and hammer the area with hazardous conditions through the week and into the weekend. Parts of northwestern California could record 16 inches of rain or more in 48 hours. More than a month's worth of rain is expected in the northern San Francisco Bay Area, primarily north of the Golden Gate Bridge, the Weather Service there said. Rainfall of this magnitude is expected to cause significant urban flooding, debris flow on roadways, and river flooding. This is going to be a disaster that plays out over several days. According to AccuWeather, we could see wind speeds of up to 90 miles an hour along the west coast. The storm's fastest increase in strength will be from Tuesday to Wednesday, and correspondingly, that is when the strongest winds of 50 to 70 miles an hour will be felt from the south along the immediate Pacific coast and from the southeast in and east of the Cascades and Siskiyous, there said. The AccuWeather local storm max wind gust on Tuesday night is 90 miles an hour, which is close to Category 2 on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. This is not a hurricane, but it will produce winds that are like a Category 2 hurricane. When I first heard that, it got my attention immediately, and many of you out there know what I'm talking about. According to Axios, just off the coast of Vancouver Island, we could see wind speeds of 100 miles an hour. Even stronger winds of up to 100 miles an hour are likely off the coast of Vancouver Island and west of Washington State as the bomb cyclone reaches its peak intensity by Wednesday before drifting off the coast while weakening into the weekend. The high winds will do quite a bit of damage, but I expect flooding to do even more. AccuWeather is telling us that some areas will get about a foot of rain, and other areas could actually see a total of about 20 inches. From Tuesday night to Wednesday, the atmospheric river will be mainly directed at the southeastern Oregon and northern California coasts. In this area, from 8 to 12 inches of rain will fall from Tuesday to Friday, with an AccuWeather local storm max rainfall of 20 inches. Do you remember how the immense devastation caused by Hurricane Helene caught everyone by surprise? I think that we could potentially be facing a similar scenario with this storm. It's all going to depend on how long it stalls off the west coast. Interestingly, this is all happening just after a doomsday fish, quote unquote, washed up on a beach in Southern California. A so-called doomsday fish has washed up on the Southern California beach, typically an extremely rare occurrence, but this is the second time this year it has happened. The rare oarfish found on Grandview Beach in Encinitas measured roughly 9 to 10 feet and was spotted by a doctoral candidate at Scripps Institute Oceanography, the school wrote on social media. For years, I warned that our planet was becoming increasingly unstable, and at first a lot of people criticized me for saying that. Not too many are criticizing me for saying such things these days. We really are living in apocalyptic times, and in the years ahead we will see things happen that are far beyond anything that Hollywood ever dreamed up. If you live on the West Coast, please be very careful over the next several days. This is a storm that you do not want to mess with. This is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. About the author, Michael Snyder's new book, Why, is available on paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. He's also written 8 other books available on Amazon, including Chaos, End Times, 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophets in the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters. When you purchase any of Michael's books, you help to support the work that he's doing. You can also get his articles by email as soon as he publishes them by subscribing to his Substack newsletter. Michael has published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and The Most Important News, and he always freely, happily allows others to republish those articles on their own websites. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.